Hey guys, welcome back. We've missed you. As always, I'm Ashley, owner of Grace and Goods.
And I'm Shelby, the owner of Ari Event Studio.
And this is the Business Bestie Podcast. So again, welcome back, season 2. This is episode 1. We're just gonna kind of go unscripted and talk to each other and see what we've been up to. So
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's been so long since we filmed, and I'm so excited to be back. And as you can see, we've made some upgrades, and we're at the round table talking today.
It's time to get serious.
Yeah, this is serious now. So we're really excited about that, and yeah, just kind of check in with you guys. And
so we took the little break because the kids were getting out of school, summer was starting, we had a lot going on in our personal lives, some vacations coming up, so just kind of some family time.
Yeah.
Something fun I did during our break is we went on a 7-day cruise. It was my husband and my daughter's first cruise ever.
I can't believe that.
So we went to 3 ports. We went to the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and the Dominican.
And have you been to any of those 3 places before, like ever, like just a vacation in general?
So I took a cruise when I graduated high school with my grandparents and my mom, and we went to Nassau, Bahamas. So that was one of the ports that I had been to. But the other 2, no. Turks and Caicos was like on the bucket list, so that was really cool.
I know, I always hear like a lot of people talk about that one. We've been to Dominican Republic. We did Punta Cana. We did like a resort when Ari was maybe like 5, I think, and took her there and loved it. It was beautiful. I mean, at least the resort was that we were on.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of it, but
the water is
really
just
pretty.
Oh my gosh, it's so like crystal clear, see-through, and then like that turquoise blue into the dark blue, how it turned. Oh,
I'm not like a big beach person.
I'm not either.
So like, I'll go down and look at it, like if we're at a resort, but then I'm like, okay, back to the pool.
Yeah,
I go.
Oh my goodness, have you seen all the stuff happening at beaches, like sharks and stuff going on lately? It's been a little crazy.
No, but
in the news.
Did you see the news about the alligator that was found in a pond?
No.
That was my neighborhood. It was my
Your neighborhood?
Street. Yeah, it was like the pond that we go to. Yeah. So
I didn't even know we had gators in Fort Worth.
Well, we think that it was someone's pet
alligator,
and they may have just released it. So it was like 5 foot. So a girl that I know that lives right around the corner from me, I guess they found it, and like she found it in her yard and called animal control, and they came out and they got it and everything was fine. And so they have it now and they're taking care of it. And I don't know if they're gonna try to rehome it or what. But that was something exciting that happened in my neighborhood last week.
That's a little bit crazy.
I know, because we're all like, we have little dogs, we have kids, so that's kind of like a little scary, but hopefully it was the only one. So, yeah.
It's a little unheard of.
We haven't taken our trip yet. We're leaving for Florida for the holidays coming up. So we're really excited about that. We did go to Chicago to a concert, and that was a fun little getaway, like right out of school.
Oh yeah, we know that Ari loves music. So.
Yes, she is a music freak. She loves all kinds of music from all genres and generations and all the things. Like that's a big thing that her and my husband do together. So
I love that you guys took her.
We love that. I know, she had a blast, and it was just fun to watch her. Yeah, watch her like enjoy that and stuff. I took her to Maddie and Tay last year at the Clyde, and I like cried watching her like enjoy the concert, like their first concert. It's just so much fun to like see that like
feels.
through their eyes. I know. Yeah.
So besides vacations and family time, you have been doing a lot of growth in your entrepreneurial journey. You've kind of stranded off into some other directions.
Yeah, so I feel like when I started the Ari, and we've kind of talked about this on season 1, like the events and just having the space in general is just kind of like my passion and my dream. So kind of like going back to that, I feel like the Ari is just kind of like my passion and my dream as far as like the studio and just having a space for events where people can come in and celebrate and connect. But that word connect kind of took a whole new meaning when I started the Ari and we started, the networking events and things like that. And so it kind of just made me realize that I want to do more in that space. And so I am working on creating a business workshop. So it's going to be 6 sessions. And so people can buy tickets to those, and they can come and they can network, and then they can learn from me for about an hour and a half. So that will be launching in August. I think I'm going to wait for back to school when the kids are back in school and we've all kind of are back in that mindset of
back in the zone
business, because I'm not going to lie to you right now, like half the time I don't know what day it is. I'm like, did I post on social media today? Like, did I feed my kid lunch? I don't remember. And so I know I'm like kind of half in, half out right now. So I kind of want to wait until August. Kids are back in school. We're all just back in that like natural routine. So that's really exciting. I did 3 courses of that. I did for like a little workshop guinea pig situation, and you were there for that. Yes. So thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we did the first 3 with a small group, small audience, obviously, and it was really helpful for me to just kind of get the feel on like the timing, if the information I was giving out was valuable, things like that. So
I really enjoyed the class. I was blown away, honestly, with how well you spoke, because you're just getting into public speaking. Yeah. And if that was me up there, I would have crumbled.
Okay, well, 3 people versus 25 people versus 500 people. That's okay.
Yeah, it was a small crowd, and you kind of knew a few of us on a personal level, but still, for you to get up there and seem so professional and like you've done it a million times was awesome. I got a lot out of it. I will share the number one thing that I got out of it that was really helpful for me. I know we all struggle with social media, coming up with ideas, being consistent, etc. And you laid out a type of like schedule / calendar for social media, which was like a mind blower for me. I never thought to categorize like each day of the week. Like every Monday we do a product post. Every Tuesday we do a testimony like you do for the Ari. Every Wednesday we do like something personal, etc.
Yeah.
Like putting a topic on every day of the week was it was like the lights came on. I'm like, why have I never thought of this?
I know, it's crazy. Day? And if you take like social media marketing classes, a lot of people will teach you that and they'll kind of break it down in that way, and it's helped me a lot. And you can go even further into it, you know, like the morning and the afternoon, you know, you post a reel in the morning, and then in the evening you're posting like a carousel post, and you know, it's about a product, and then it's about, you know, it's like you can just go so far into it. But even just having that daily like category is so helpful. And then also sitting down at the beginning of the week and like scheduling everything out. It's so helpful.
Having the schedule takes the pressure off. I feel like half the battle is coming up with the idea of what you're going to post.
Yep.
And a lot of us get stuck there, and then we're like, oh, well, I can't come up with anything, so I'm just not going to post. Or you'll post a lazy post.
Yes. And then it's like just clogging up your feed, and it's not doing anything at all.
Yeah, and I'm so guilty of the lazy posts. Yeah. And it shows with interactions. They just don't get as many likes, they don't get as many comments. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. So so I'm excited for that. So I tested out my first 3 sessions. I felt really good about it. There's a couple tweaks I want to make, and then I will finish out my last 3, and then I will be posting those. We're going to be hosting them through the NIC, which is the Women Business Center here in town. So I'm so thankful for them to partner up with them and be able to host there and host through them and really reach like people who really need this. Definitely people, I would say it's a little bit more geared towards people who are new in the entrepreneurial world, or just getting started, or haven't even started yet and just have that little like thought about maybe wanting to start. But you know, you've been in it now for 2 years, 3 years?
2, 3, yeah.
And it was obviously still helpful for you. So I feel like even somebody who's been in it for 10 years, just if you're feeling lost or just want a refresher on anything, I think it'll be really helpful for everybody. So.
And not only a refresher, but to reignite your motivation, reignite your fire.
Yep.
I think hearing someone be motivational and talk about things that maybe you already know it, but you'll look at it from a different perspective, that it can give you that like kick in the butt to refocus on your business.
Well, I will say too, for me, the biggest thing, my number one thing when I'm teaching or inspiring is to do it from my own experience. So I know one of the things that I don't want to be is to sit here and be like, this is exactly what you have to do. Here are the steps to make $1 million in your first year, yada, yada. I'm going to tell you what I've done, what mistakes I've made, what I've, how I've learned, because I feel like that resonates a little bit more with like the normal average person or business owner. I mean, it's great to have those coaches that are pushing you to get to those goals, but sometimes you just need a just regular person to give you
not every business model is going to be a millionaire business model. Some of them are just going to be enough to support your family and so that you don't have to go to that 9 to 5. And that's perfectly fine.
And give you that flexibility, and you're doing something you enjoy doing. So that's freedom and success in itself.
Yeah, exactly. So. And I know that you can't buy it. Like, you go to college to learn business or marketing, but you cannot buy experience. So having someone willing to share theirs with you is a huge benefit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm super excited for that. And I feel like kind of going off of that too, with us both being super involved in the community and just kind of putting our hearts out there to other women in different ways, especially we were both nominated for the Champions of Change through Greater Fort Wayne. So that was really exciting to kind of stand up there together and get to enjoy that together with our families. And that was back in...
It's like a month and a half ago.
Yeah. So that was really awesome. I was super proud of us to even just like be recognized. Yeah. And then that was in front of like 200 people that we got to stand up.
And it was by the Fort Wayne Chamber of Commerce, which I think is a huge deal.
I would agree. Yeah.
I'm honored to even be mentioned among the people we were mentioned with. And I know we both cried for each other. I
know. Seeing you up there, I was just like so teary-eyed, and I was just so excited for you. I know I'm actually getting goosebumps right now talking about it. It's just so exciting. We've talked about this a million times, having your circle and having your people, and finally being able to be up there and support each other was just awesome.
Yeah, so. Business bestie shouldn't just be someone you run to for your problems, but they should be cheering for you on the sidelines. Like, they should be your biggest fan. So I'm glad that we have that together.
Yeah, me too. I love that. Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, because we had talked briefly after you went to what's called the Grow Conference, and you had mentioned you're super excited to share some things you learned, and we never got the chance to talk about it. So I wanted to pick your brain and see what you learned.
Okay, so well, that was also in March or April. We had so many things, and I think that's another reason too why I've kind of been like a little MIA on social media, and we took a major break from the podcast because we had the Grow Conference. I had like back-to-back events here at the RE that I was personally hosting. I have my boutique that I'm at as well, and then the Champions. It was just like so much all at once. But while I was there, I got really excited because I learned about this like online circle basically that you can create. And so you can create this community online of network of women, whether it's 5 or 10 or 20. And so it's this online platform that you use. Everybody gets on it, and you basically can network online, like in your little circle. Okay. And then we could also set times then to meet like outside of just like online, whether it's like Zoom or like in an actual space. And again, it's kind of like what we've created with like our 4 of us that we have our Business Bestie group chat. And that's actually something that we talked about. That was one of the questions. They said, does anybody have just like a group chat that when something happens, like you run to it, whether it's business or personal? And I was like, oh my gosh, I have one of those. And I loved being able to say that because again, having that circle is so nice to have. So essentially this is one, like it's like a formal circle. And I believe that you can create, like 100 people can be in this, and then you can kind of have like your subs. So like if it was like one for like realtors, one for boutique owners, one for, an event space, things like that. Or you can make it to where you have one from each industry, and then that way you can kind of refer each other too. So it was like, if somebody's looking for an event space, everybody would refer to me. If somebody was looking for a bakery, you'd refer to, Icing for Isaac, or, a coffee shop, Mocha Lounge, boutique, Grace and Goods. So that was really cool. And I'm totally blanking on the name of the website and the circle.
We'll link it below.
I know, we'll link it below. But there are so many things within this group. So like, if I wanted to lead it with like a conversation of the week, like everybody comment below with like how this went for you for this week. Like there are questions and answers, there's articles, like there's all kinds of things within this community. And it's all free.
All free.
All free. Yes.
Well, okay.
Yes. So I know I reached out to you right away and was telling you, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. And I was like, I'm going to start this right away. And then all those things happened. So moving forward, we've got like our networking event coming up. So it is something that I think I might want to try to get started before that networking event. So that way I can talk about it there too.
Yeah.
So I know I've got to get like back into it, but like I was saying, man, it's summer and I'm just like
trying to live a life a little bit.
I know. I feel like my business brain is like so
it's on
just
vacation.
like it totally is on vacation.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like being an entrepreneur, the type of brain you have, when you get that idea or that creativity strikes, like you're all in.
Yes.
Like pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
But then when you're in that slump, it's like you can't do anything.
And then I just feel like I'm failing. Like this morning I woke up, I was like, okay, I need to like update my website a little bit. I need to find a new email platform. I was trying to find one that was like more affordable. But I was like, I really should be sending out newsletters or emails or something. And I didn't figure anything out today.
Do you want to know something super embarrassing and irresponsible that I did this summer? I changed my summer hours, and and this was like a month and a half ago, just changed the hours on my like little board on my front window.
Oh no.
So I went a month with the front of my storefront saying different hours than what I was open. Luckily, I didn't have too many people like
nobody
where
complained.
You at?
Oh yeah, because if they're walking up and it was like a Tuesday evening,
I've had a couple,
but
not an overload, and I finally got it changed today. I'm like, why am I not doing this?
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be like that. It can be
it is
crippling.
The tiniest task.
Yes.
That
and
it's
you're like, it'll take me 2 seconds. Why am I not doing
I know.
this?
I know. I have those too. Like setting a code for the lockbox for the person that has to come in tomorrow. I haven't done it.
You'll do it the last minute.
I will. And I need to send. I usually try to send it 24 hours in advance. And all I have to do is get on my phone and type in a few things, and then I have to send an email. And it's like, I don't know, it's like sending that email is just, like so crippling.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is my job. I love talking to people. I love organizing. I love checking things off my little task box. But it's like, I'd rather come in here and vacuum.
Yeah. I do that at home. If I know I have a chore I don't want to do, I'll do 10 other chores.
That probably don't really maybe need to be as done. Yeah.
It's terrible.
It is. But yeah, I feel like it's the summertime too. Like I said, I think once we get back into the routine of kids in school, dinners, like, packing lunches, just like, it's just so much easier. Yeah. Everything kind of falls into place.
Everything's a schedule.
Yeah.
So
it is.
And let's not lie, the kids are out of the way for 8 hours a day. So
I know. And it's like, for us who maybe like work from home or, I know you still work your other job and then you have the boutique, but you probably have to take Maya with you. And it just like sometimes throws things off. And even as like helpful as they are sometimes, it's like, if you could just get out of the way for like a little bit. But then the mom guilt sets in because it's like, okay, well, you're working and they're on their iPad.
It's their summer break.
Yes.
And you're like, it sucks that I have to bring them to work.
I know. And then I see some moms that are doing all the things all day long, every day. And I'm like, oh, my poor kid's on her iPad for the third day in a row. And I might have forgotten to feed her lunch.
Mine would not let me forget to feed her lunch. But yes.
I know. It's hard. But we just have to enjoy the time off. I feel like things in the summer for businesses a lot of times are slow anyways because people are on vacation, people are at the lake, people aren't thinking about really booking things until they get back in their normal routine or shopping. Yeah. So I feel like it's okay. It's like take the slow time to like recharge and then know the end of July, August is going to be here before we know it.
Hit, and then Christmas will be here.
I know. And then it's like, okay, now it's like full speed ahead.
Yep.
So, yes.
So, with talking about changes and going off in different tangents, do you want to make the big announcement to our audience?
Yes. So, as many of you probably know, I own a boutique here in town called Flawless Plus Hepcat, and I made the decision about 6 or 7 months ago to part ways from that. So I will be leaving this month at the end of the month. I guess that's like coming up soon. Then at the beginning of July, I will be officially done. I am selling my half to my business partner. And so we're both really excited. We're parting ways on probably the best terms ever, the best way that a business has probably ever parted, honestly. I feel like you always hear that they part badly.
Yeah.
Or it's for bad reasons.
This is not a bad breakup.
No, it's so good. I've enjoyed it for 6 years now. This July will be our 6th birthday, which is crazy to think that I've been doing that for 6 years. And that's been like my sole job for 5. So I'm really excited to move forward and do something that I am really excited about. Like I've talked about, the boutique was kind of an accident. Like I didn't seek that out. But it was amazing for, the 6 years that I've been in it. I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot as a person and a business owner. So I'm really excited to put all those things here into the Ari and have more time and expand the event space and what I offer here. I'm going to be expanding that a little bit. I have some things that I'm going to be adding on for the Ari itself. And then also expanding into that business coaching and more networking and just being more involved in my community. I've actually recently also joined the 2 boards. So I just joined the board of a nonprofit. I was accepted into that last week. And then I'm joining one of the boards of Greater Fort Wayne as well.
That's awesome. Which board for Greater Fort Wayne?
It's one of the women's divisions.
Okay.
I haven't been to the first meeting for that one yet, but I got asked to actually join that when we were at
the awards
Champions of Change. Yeah. So I'm really excited for that. So I'm going to be just super busy with a bunch of other things, and yeah, it's going to be good.
As bittersweet as it is to say goodbye to your baby, your business.
Yeah.
It's going to let you pour that much more of your heart and soul into the Ari, which is now your new baby.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I'm excited to see all the changes.
It's going to be good. Yeah. So hopefully more events here that I'm going to host on my own. And then our networking groups, those are growing like crazy. And I'm going to be offering some new rentals here and stuff too. So just things that I didn't have time to do before, kind of being split between 2. I mean, you know how it is. Obviously you have another job and your brain is still split between the 2.
Yeah.
Because Monday through Wednesday at your other job, that's what you're thinking about. But I'm sure you're also thinking about dang it, an order came through. I need to go remember to ship that. Or I missed all the messages from today. And then you think about it all day long and then you can't answer them until the evening. That's how it is. When I'm here at the Ari, I feel guilty about not putting enough time in the boutique. And when I'm at the boutique, then I feel like I'm falling behind at the Ari. So it was just getting to a point where something had to change. And my business partner at the boutique, fashion is her passion. Having a boutique is her dream. And so when we started that together, I was super excited that she got to, do that. And so being able to hand everything over to her and let her run with it is super exciting too. And I know she's so excited. So.
And I want to let new business owners or maybe women that want to start a business know that it's okay for it to be a slow process. You can have 1 foot in, 1 foot out at first. There's nothing wrong with that. You do not have to dive headfirst in. Actually, I don't recommend diving headfirst in.
Yeah, I mean, I would say unless you have, and I hate to say this, but unless you have the funds or the ability to be able to do that, I mean, of course, you have to take the risks, definitely.
100%.
And sometimes that's what you have to, you just have to lay it all out and just go for it. But if you have the ability to kind of go slow and build up to it, that's probably definitely
agreed. So don't feel discouraged if you have to do half and half for a while, because if it's going to make it, then you're going to get there one day. So it's fine.
Well, I've been doing half and half for about 1.5 years now.
Yeah.
So it definitely was not something, and I never planned on even actually moving on from the boutique. I just started the Ari as something extra. I just was kind of filling my time. And then I just got so busy here. Things just kind of started evolving a little bit more than I thought, and I was really enjoying it. And so then that's kind of when that decision was made. And even with the boutique, I was managing at a whole different place when I started the boutique. And I think I was at the boutique for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years, I think, before I finally fully stepped away from that, and gave up another business that I had too. So
I think the message of this episode: keep growing, keep changing, keep adapting. You're going to have so many versions of yourself throughout your life, in business and in personal, that it's okay. Just roll with it. Yeah.
Learning from your experience is the best thing that you can do, and growing personally and in your business. And just got to keep rolling with the punches because I
rolling.
guarantee that this is not where I thought I was going to be 5 years ago.
Same.
And in another 5 years, you know.
You never know.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, we could be completely somewhere else. I could have sold this. No, gosh, I'm not.
Don't manifest.
No. But yeah, so
All right, well.
thank you guys so much for joining us. We are so excited to be back. We have a full season of new guests and more stories and experiences coming your way. So don't forget to join us next Monday.
Yes,
8
like
a.m.
and subscribe for us and
Yes.
comment below any topics or maybe local entrepreneurs that you might want us to have on the show. Other than that, we will see you Monday at 8.
Have a great day.